For over 40 years, a single question has loomed over the legacy of the most powerful family in music. It's a secret that started in the hallways of a TV set, led to a midnight elopement in Michigan, and ended with a mystery that refuses to die. In 1984, 18-year-old Janet Jackson married James DeBarge. It was supposed to be a union of R&B royalty, but when the marriage was annulled just months later, the world didn't just see a breakup. They saw a cover-up. Rumors of a hidden pregnancy, a secret birth, and a child whisked away to live a life of anonymity. Today, we aren't just repeating the gossip. We are diving into the 1985 timeline, the DeBarge Family Claims, and the receipts Janet Jackson finally addressed in her documentary. Is there a DeBarge Jackson heir out there? Let's get into the tea. Welcome back to the Candy Shop. I'm your host, and before we open the files on Janet and James, we have to set the stage. Today's video is based on public records, decades of interviews, and Janet's own words. We are analyzing pop culture history, not claiming to have the DNA results in our hands. If you're a regular in the replay crew, you know we've lived for the details. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on the bells, because on this channel, we don't just talk gossip, we read the receipts. Now let's go back to the year it all began, 1984. To understand the secret baby rumor, you have to understand the pressure Janet was under. She was the baby of the Jackson family, while her brothers were global icons. Janet was still trying to find her voice. Enter James DeBarge. He was handsome, talented, and the breakout star of the DeBarge family. They were the Jacksons' only real rivals in the R&B space. For Janet, James wasn't just a boyfriend, he was an escape. In September of 1984, they eloped in Grand Rapids, Michigan. No press, no parents, no Jackson. Or no Jacksons. But here's where the tea gets cold. Joe Jackson. Joe didn't just dislike the marriage, he despised it. James was already struggling with the substance abuse issues that would haunt him later in his life, and Joe saw him as a threat to the Jackson brand. The marriage was annulled in November of 1985, but the damage was done. The public started asking, why was the annulment handled with such extreme secrecy? And more importantly, where was Janet during those final months of 1985? Let's look at the receipts during the 1984-1985 season of the hit show Fame. Janet played Cleo Hewitt. If you go back and to watch those episodes, the transformation is startling. Suddenly, the girl known for her slim figure was wearing massive, oversized sweaters and heavy coats in almost every scene. The show even wrote in a weight gain storyline for her character. James DeBarge has claimed for decades that he was told Janet was sent to London or hidden away in the Jackson compound in Encino to give birth. Then there's Reby Jackson theory. Well, the Reby Jackson theory. For years, people claimed that Stevanna Jackson, Reby's daughter born in 1986, was actually Janet's biological child, raised by her sister to avoid scandal. When you look at the photos of Stevanna, the resemblance to young Janet is undeniable. James DeBarge's own mother, Etterlene DeBarge, has gone on record saying she believes she has a grandchild out there. She even met with a woman named Tiffany Whyte in 2017 who claimed to be the daughter. While the DNA tests were reportedly inconclusive or negative, the DeBarge family has never truly let go. Why would a family stay so convinced for 40 years if there is absolutely nothing there? In 2022, Janet finally sat down and looked at us in the eye. In her documentary, she finally addressed the secret baby rumors. She said, and I quote, "I could never keep a child away from James. How could I keep a child from their father?" She attributed the weight gain to the stress of the marriage and birth control she was taking at the time. She claimed the rumors were just that, rumors fueled by the public that wanted to see a Jackson scandal. But here in the analysis at that time, Janet was preparing to release Control. That album was her declaration of independence from Joe Jackson. If she had a baby in 1985, a teen pregnancy scandal would have completely derailed the independent woman image she was building. In the 80s, the industry was far less forgiving. Could Joe Jackson have orchestrated the ultimate disappearance act to save her career? It wouldn't be the first time a major label or a powerful stage dad covered up a personal life, or covered up basically the personal life to protect a professional one. The tragedy of Janet and James isn't just about a potential secret child. It's about two young people who were clearly in love but were crushed by the weight of two dysfunctional dynasties. James DeBarge is still vocal about his belief that a child exists, while Janet has closed that chapter of her life. Whether there is a secret Jackson DeBarge heir living a quiet life somewhere, or if it was simply a case of a young girl's heartbreak being played out in the tabloids, the tea remains one of the most fascinating mysteries in music history. But I want to hear from you. Replay crew, do you believe the weight gain story, or do you think the 1985 timeline has too many holes? Do you see the resemblance in the DeBarge claims? Drop your theories in the comments. I'll be down there hearting the best ones. And if you haven't seen it yet, check out my deep dive on Whitney and Robin for more stories the industry tried to keep quiet. I'm Candace. This is The Candy Shop, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Welcome to the candy shop, where the glow don't ever stop. I'm serving looks and love on top, and you're the sweet